Good morning. Does Scrum work? Of course it does. In 2001, the manifesto came down. Since then, it has been almost around 18 years. We are working with Scrum. It is one of the most popular framework. We all know that. Does it scale? To add a twist to that, does it really scale across locations? So my name is Arijit, and I'm from India. Now, since I'm from India, obviously you will get the twist of distribution across geographical locations. And today in this discussion that we have, we will try to see whether Scrum really scales, and if it scales, does it really scale across locations? The context over here is one of the big four accounting firm with billions of dollars of revenue, with 250,000 employees across the globe. They had a problem. They wanted to build an auditing platform for their auditors, and they wanted their auditors who were so long working in an offline mode to start working in an online synchronized way. What to do? Of course, they needed a software for that. We agreed as one of the vendors that for the software development, Scrum would be the chosen platform, and it would be a multi-year release. What it meant was every year there would be a release to the customer. So far, so good. What we did is we started by setting up an EAT. Now, EAT, what we didn't do is we really didn't name it as EAT. What we named this is as a program core committee. There were reasons because we didn't want them to call it as executives because we wanted them to be close to the teams on the ground. We started with few core teams. All the teams were set up in California. They were working fine. True to the spirit of a cross-functional team, they had all the possible variations. The developers, the testers, the solution architect, the enterprise architect, they were all part of the teams. All worked well. We also defined a clear onboarding process. Why? Because we wanted to have a uniformity across different teams. At any point of time, any new team who would be onboarded into this process, they would have to go through 2 rounds of training. One, to be onboarded through the accounting familiarity, the jargons in this domain. So they would have a domain familiarity first, and then they would be given a technical training as well. Added to that, we actually advised the EAT team or the PCC team, the Programming Core Committee, to give them a vision of the entire program. So the CEO, the CTO, the CXO, they would actually come down and they would talk and explain to the teams what the objective of the entire program is. We wanted to have this reference model to be scalable. So what we did is we ensured that this core programming team, they started working as the pivotal model. They would be at the centerpiece and they will allow all the other teams to scale up. We ensured that all the engineering practices were in place. So we talk about continuous integration, continuous delivery, all the tools, they were put in place. We talk about build verification test at any given time when the team is releasing a software. It will go through an automated build verification test. It will do a release note and it will pass it on to the respective instances where it's supposed to be. We also put in place a team called BPI, Build Packaging and Infrastructure Team. It is not exactly a centralized team, but then again, it was supposed to be ensuring that all the different pieces coming from different teams, they would be put together so that the integration is never questioned. Now it was time to scale. We wanted the team to spread. So long we had 3 teams, we decided one team would be formed in India, one team would also be formed in Florida. What we did is teams were identified, they were invited to start and come work in California. Why? Because we wanted them to get the feel how it actually works. These team members would come down to California, all would work for at least a month, then they will go back to their respective nodes. So long the product ownership was actually relying with the EAT. Now what we did is we created stream-based product ownership, and they would all roll up to a lead product owner. So how it started shaping? We had a centralized EAT team. We had 3 nodes, California, Bangalore, and in Florida. Bangalore is in India. And each node would be responsible for scaling it up. So each node would in turn have their respective sub-teams. So as you see in the picture, every node had their corresponding team scaled up. And every scaled up team would actually have a product owner responsible for that particular team's activities. These product owners, they all roll up to a lead product owner. All the lead product owners in turn roll up to a chief product owner. The governance, pretty simple. End of the day, every team is a self-governed team. They will be able to deliver as part of their responsibilities. If there are any impediments, yes, it could bubble up, but we generally never came across that kind of a situation. We did a good job actually. We knew that we were distributed, so there were many challenges. So what we did is we actually put a number of delivery accelerators to ensure that the communication collaboration happens smoothly. And the journey that we had so far over a period of 1 year, it has been excellent. 6 months down the line, we actually had the beta release. Down the line, 1 year, we had the first gold candidate out the door. So far, so good. And very interestingly, if we have time, the interesting part of this story is when we started this project, when we bid for this project, the project itself started in an agile mode. We never actually delivered a proposal on papers. We actually delivered a proof of concept to the customer. That is how we got the project in the first place. Saying that, thank you so much. Questions, if any? Otherwise, I'm good.
What was the executive response to essentially not using those titles and being part of this team? What was the response there?
So the question is that the executives were part of the E team, but they were not exactly being called the execs because it was called a core programming team. Executives were very happy in fact. They were least bothered about the naming. What they wanted to do is they wanted to be very close to the team on the ground. What worked best for this is on the ground when the developers are actually working, you would see the chief product owner coming down and sitting next to a developer to see what exactly the developer is working on. It actually helped a lot of close communication collaboration. There were no hindrance, that people never felt that there is a barrier. In order to reach to someone, they have to go through someone else. That was never in the picture. So that really helped a very close collaboration across location. And as because it was a distributed project, it really helped.
Were there any cultural challenges to coordinating across different geographies?
We actually, so question is that whether we had any cultural challenges or not. Of course there were. The point was, we knew that there would be some cultural aspects. So what we did is, we had several good practices. We did something like, share your ceremonies. So for example, the team in Bangalore, when they have any festival, they would be letting the other team know that, this is the kind of festival we are doing. And in turn, they will let us know that what kind of festivals they are doing. So when there is a Halloween happening in US, the team in Bangalore will costume up and they will share their pictures. That this is how it looks like. So that is how we shared and we broke that barrier. So team was kind of, end of the day, never felt that we are across location. They were all one team.